Because I think he's the best big man ever.
This dude is so fucking good, man. Straight up.
We good? We chilling? All right, we in the video switched out. Why NBA stars can't dominate anymore, man. Let's get to it.
Failed to make the conference finals for a second consecutive year.
Yeah, that's
Nikola Jokic, he's now lost in a game 7 for a second consecutive year.
Yeah.
Giannis, he hasn't even won 2 playoff games in 2 years. Giannis, he hasn't even been to the second round in 3 years. These two players are definitively, undoubtedly the two best players on the planet, and nobody would dispute that. If you're like 21 years old plus, you're used to seeing the 1-2 best players on the planet in the conference finals every single year. That's simply what we grew up on, and historically, that's how the NBA's looked. Last year was actually the first time that we've seen a conference finals without any MVPs, past or present. Now, we all understand we're knee-deep into the parity era. CJ McCollum got his ass bullied by Golden State for years, and he made it his mission to fix it. And bro, did he. The 3 most dominant players of the 2000s was Kobe, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. Every single conference finals of the 2000s featured at least Kobe, Tim Duncan, or Shaq. Kobe made 6 conference finals and 6 NBA finals. Shaq made 5 conference finals and 5 NBA finals. Tim Duncan made 5 conference finals and 3 NBA finals. This is historically how the NBA's always looked. The best players were always somewhere near the finish line, and that's how we deemed them the best players. During this last Olympics, what 3 players got the most notoriety? The 3 players that completely took over the 2010s. Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron made 9 conference finals.
9, he did go.
NBA finals. Stephen Curry made 5 NBA finals and 5 conference finals. Kevin Durant made 6 conference finals and 3 NBA finals. For the era, no conference finals or no NBA finals didn't feature one of these 3 players, if not all of them. We are literally 6 seasons in to this new decade, and the 2 best players definitively, they only have 3 conference finals appearances between the 2 of them and 2 NBA finals.
You got to build up that dislike for, guys you're competing against, not in a bad way, but when you're out on the floor, you can't be friends, you can't be cool with these guys, you can't admire them while you're on the court.
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek.
SeatGeek.
The NBA The number one question I feel like we love to ask every single year is who's going to be the new face of the NBA? Who's going to take that torch? And bro, it feels like the silliest question ever now. If you look at the faces of the NBA for every single decade, it's always associated with their winning. Magic and Bird accounted for 9 of the NBA Finals appearances in the 80s. Michael Jordan won 6 NBA championships in the 90s. I just gave the data for the 2000s plus, and obviously you become the face by consistently winning. Nobody can really do that now. Bro, for the first time in NBA history, we're about to have 7 different NBA champions. Unless you're like 60 plus and you've seen the Knicks win a championship in 1973, nobody's even seen one of these teams win an NBA championship before. 3 of these teams can actually win their first NBA championship. The reason why I say I don't even think it's possible for anybody to become the face of the NBA now, quote unquote, is because I don't even know if anybody can leave their imprint winning wise on this specific era. Okay, I told you, we're about to have our 7th different NBA champion, and that's the first time that's ever happened. But what about conference championships? In 1980, we had 12 different teams make conference finals. In 1990, we had 17 different teams. In the 2000s, we had 18 different teams. The 2010s, we had 16 different teams. Halfway through this decade already, do you know where we stand? We're at 14. The semifinals between OKC versus Denver, it was hyped up to be the special.
Actually, I was just talking to this about this with my homie. Like, never seen, like, I'll be watching the NBA. Like, I'm a big NBA fan. I've never seen you can say a balanced NBA. Like, honestly, this is probably the most balanced the NBA has ever been in forever. Honestly, like, where it just constantly somebody else is winning a championship, and I kind of hate it because I'm a big Nikola Jokic fan. And I really want him to get at least like 3-4 championships before he like retire or whatever. But because I think he's the best big man ever, honestly. And I might be playing bias of just, what I'm seeing right now. because I didn't get to see Shaq. I didn't get to see him, but I know the stats. I know the highlights. He is the most dominant big man ever. Yes, Shaq is. The most overall best skilled big man is Nikola Jokic, hands down. NBA era right now is actually the most balanced I ever seen in my life. I'm only in my 20s. Feel like, bro, the fact that Indiana or OKC finna get their first championship is like baffling, like insane. I don't know when this video will be out. It's probably be a champion already. Someday, I wanna lay down like I did Sunday. Because I'm so lazy sometimes. I do work. I'm not getting paid off YouTube, so I do work. Sometimes I be lazy at editing these videos. But yeah, the NBA is the most balanced I've ever seen in my life. I'm loving it. At the same time, hating it because there's certain people I feel like they should be able to get more championship, like Giannis and Nikola. Them first two off the rip, I feel like they should at least leave this era where at least 3 championships apiece. But
MVP battle, obviously so.
6 seconds.
But to me, the story of this series wasn't about Jokic or SGA. It was this. In the second round, do you know what team's bench had the highest plus minus? It was OKC by far. In the second round, do you know what team's bench had the lowest plus minus by far? It was Denver. Nikola Jokic didn't play great in that series, and I'm not giving him that excuse. But if it's anybody that deserves a little grace, especially given what they did in the regular season to even get their team in this position, to me, it's Jokic. What's the one thing that we keep saying about OKC?
He's the double. Man, I'm gonna pause it right here. 5 minutes, 45 seconds. I know Shea just got the MVP, but I promise you, I do not care. They robbed that nigga Jokic from getting the MVP because, bro, without him doing what he did, the Denver Nuggets are a 13 seed or 12 seed, 10 seed. Like, they're not in the NBA finals. They're not in the Game 7 with the Western Conference in the Western Conference Finals. Bro, stop it, bro. They weren't even in the Western Conference Finals, but they was in the second round. Whatever. They shouldn't even be there. Like, Jokic carried. He should have got that MVP, bro.
That's actually a fact. They can be the youngest team in modern NBA history to ever win an NBA championship. Shea's the MVP, deservingly so.
Yeah,
but what makes this team so good to me, especially in the playoffs, hasn't really been just Shea. It's been their defense, how active they are, how well they're coached, and how many bodies they just seem to
Imagine
have.
If Jokic
if you look
is
at
on
OKC's
OKC.
payroll and why they seemingly have 10 active bodies that's productive in the playoffs in the Western Conference Finals, it's because they draft well, they're extremely young, and they're paying absolutely nobody. Not even Shea. Do you know where Shea ranks amongst the highest paid players in the league right now? He's 34th. Consequently, do you know where OKC ranks amongst the highest payrolls in the NBA right now? They are 25th. The Boston Celtics championship window probably just closed. Why? Yeah, because Jason Tatum tore his Achilles and he's likely out all next year. But contractually, this was always going to be their last year because of this. The Celtics next year, they were going to be well above the second apron. So we always knew this was their timeline.
Yeah.
They pushed all their chips in to a championship window for 2 to 3 years. And fortunately, they got one. Some people never do. The Cleveland Cavaliers just lost in the second round, and to me, they're easily the biggest disappointments of these playoffs. But what makes it worse is the fact that contractually, this was the year. The Cavs had the 16th most expensive roster. That gave them the luxury to be as deep as they were. 2 of their most productive players, they were making absolutely no money. Their second best player and their DPOY, Evan Mobley, he was making $11 million on a rookie contract. Next year, he makes 4 times that. Ty Jerome, one of their key role players, he was making $2 million. This summer, he's a free agent, and somebody's going to give him a big contract.
That's a fact.
It's 3 teams right now that we know. As it stands, they're going to be well above the second apron next year. Boston, Phoenix, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Indiana Pacers, they're back in the conference finals, and to me, that's no coincidence. Why? because they have one of the deepest teams in basketball. And most importantly, they have one of the cheapest teams in basketball. The Indiana Pacers, with all the depth they have the 20th most expensive roster this year. The Pacers in these playoffs, they have 8 players averaging 8 points or more. That's the most. The Pacers in the playoffs collectively this year, they're averaging 50-40 splits. Everybody in their rotation, they're all shooting well above league average. This is why they're so good. In that second round against Cleveland, their bench damn near scored 40 points a night. That's extremely abnormal.
Do you feel like this team can still win a championship as it's put together now?
I mean, we didn't, so obviously we can't. We had the opportunity, we didn't win it, so I think we can't.
I know we love to grade current superstars against
really wanna
past
say,
legends,
fuck no,
but
man,
I don't
get
even
me-
think
get me
that's
outta
fair
here.
with this new CBA. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section how exactly you feel.
Yeah, man, Switch, that was a good one, man. That was a good video, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I love y'all, man. Appreciate that shit, man. Like, subscribe, go check out Switch shit. It's not much for me to say, man. I'm out.
Lay down like I did Sunday.